spiritual birth, monastic life, and they will be ever by her side to guide her footsteps upon this new path, which is not an easy path. It does not take the sanctity and take the responsibility, keeping up a certain high standard of consciousness. The sannyasi should ever dwell in the consciousness. I am the immortal self, ever free, ever perfect, ever free, never had any bondage, ever pure, ever free, ever perfect. Nitya Shuddha, Nitya Buddha, Nitya Mukta, Paripurna Atma. I am Nitya Shuddha, ever free, Nitya Mukta, Nitya Shuddha, ever pure, Nitya Mukta, ever free, and Nitya, Paripurna Atma, Nitya Shuddha, Nitya Mukta, Paripurna Satchidananda Atma. That consciousness has to be practiced with every breath, each step, all life. And in this may she have the fullest grace of Gurudev which she already has, and the divine grace of the Supreme Being. And I ask all elders here to likewise bless her and pray to the Supreme that in this noble task, shining with a new consciousness, she may have all fulfillment and success. And out of a new life, innumerable people may now draw fresh inspiration and fresh light and guidance. Okay? And she may become a center of light to impart light into the lives of others and bring them into a state of awakening and illumination. She will carry on this task now on the alternate continent on behalf of Gurudev, in the name of Gurudev, on behalf of Swami Chidanandaji, who is a Bhakti monastic. Up to now she was my Bhakti beloved representative. Now she is Bhakti beloved monastic representative. Yes, now make way. They have got some shower. All the birds also have come to witness this ceremony. I don't know what chant you have when one becomes a monk. Happy birthday to you. You see, one day, 25th of December, a youngster got up and from his bedroom, he came down the stairs saying, happy birthday to you, happy birthday. And so, my mother was puzzled. Darling, aren't you making a mistake? It's not your birthday today. It's not mommy's birthday either. I think you are making a mistake. She was puzzled. No, mommy. Jesus was born. It's his birthday. Then only it is obvious. Happy birthday to you. Good. Yeah. Kidding. Yes, Melissa, come. On behalf of all, and especially the inner circle. Oh, yes.
It's noon, sir. Right on.
Someone will get the other song. We'll do that.
Pale Daya.
Yes, certainly. suggestion, brief suggestion in all earnestness, and I mean what I say. And I'll be very happy if you carry on this program and everyone came forward and congratulated her and express oneself. And even if it goes on for another half an hour or another 45 minutes, because your lunch is only at 1 o'clock. It's exactly 12 o'clock now. Oh. Because you see, I have to be leaving immediately. I have to have left about half an hour back. So I don't know. And so, you please feel free to whatever you are having in your mind, continue to do so, and don't be the least perturbed. This chair will not be vacant. You can carry on. See you in October.
Yes, Swami. Have a good trip.
Thank you.
Don't forget to come back.
29, I'm sorry, September.
Shiva
शंकर हर शंकर शिव शंकर शंकरा शिव 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 शंकर हर शंकर शिव शंकर शंकरा राम राघव राम राघव राम राघव पाहि मां कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव रक्ष मां राम राघव राम राघव राम राघव पाहि मां कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव रक्ष मां राम राघव राम राघव राम राघव पाहि मां राम राघव राम राघव राम राघव पाहि मां कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव रक्ष मां कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव रक्ष मां राम राघव राम राघव राम राघव पाहि मां कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव रक्ष मां राम राघव राम राघव राम राघव पाहि मां कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव रक्ष मां राम राघव राम राघव राम राघव पाहि मां राम राघव राम राघव राम राघव पाहि मां कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव रक्ष मां कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव रक्ष मां राम राघव राम राघव राम राघव पाहि मां कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव रक्ष मां राम राघव राम राघव राम राघव पाहि मां कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव कृष्ण केशव रक्ष मां शिव शंकर शिव शंकर शिव शंकर शंकरा शिव शंकर हर 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 शंकर शिव शंकर शंकरा Shankara Hara Shankara Shiva Shankara Shankara Shiva Shankara Hara Shankara Shiva Shankara Shankara Shiva Shankara Shankara.
And Gurudev's Song of Immortality. Ram 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 Jai Sita Ram Jai Jai Radhe Shyam. Ram 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 Jai Sita Ram Jai Jai Radhe Shyam. Ram 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 Jai Sita Ram Jai Jai Radhe Shyam.
Ram 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 Jai Sita Ram Jai Jai Radhe Shyam.
Turn the gaze, draw the indriyas, still the mind, sharpen the intellect. Chant on with feeling, meditate on Atma. Chant round with feeling, meditate on Sitaram. Chant with feeling, meditate on Radhesham. O children of light, will you drink not, won't you drink no nectar of immortality? Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Radhesham. Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. All karmas are burnt now, you have become a Jivanmukh. That blessed state to Riyatit, no words can describe. O children of light, will you drink not, won't you drink no nectar of immortality? Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. The grass is green, the rose is red, and the sky is blue. But the Atman is colorless, formless, and gunaless too. O children of light, will you drink not, won't you drink no nectar of immortality? Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. Life is short, time is fleeting, the world is full of miseries. Get the knot of avidya and drink the sweet nirvanic bliss. O children of light, will you drink not, won't you drink no nectar of immortality? Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. Feel the divine presence everywhere, see the divine glory all around. Then dive deep into the divine source, realize the infinite bliss. O children of light, will you drink not, won't you drink no nectar of immortality? Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. Do Asana Kumbhak Mudra, shake the Kundalini. Then take it to Sahasrara, through chakras in the Sushumna. O children of light, will you drink not, won't you drink no nectar of immortality? Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. Ram 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 Jai Sitaram Jai Jai Radhesham. Ram 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 Ram. Ram 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 Ram. Ram 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 until break of day. Repeat the name of the Lord. Ram 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 Ram. Ram 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 Ram. Ram Ram. This life is meant for self-realization. Do regular Sankirtan. Realize the Atmic bliss. Ram 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 Ram. Ram 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 Ram. Ram 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 Ram. Asana, Karma Yoga, purify the heart and mind. Control the Indriyas, rest in your own Swarup. Rama Rama, 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 Rama Rama. When you get knocks and blows in the battle of daily life, then the mind is duly turned towards the spiritual path. Rama Rama, 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 Rama Rama. Then comes Vivek Vairag, disgust for worldly things, desire for liberation, have deep meditation. Rama Rama, 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 Rama Rama. Twinkle, twinkle, little stars, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. When the blazing sun is set, when the grass with you is wet, then you show your little light. Twinkle, twinkle all the night. Rama Rama, 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 Rama Rama. Hari Om Narayana, 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 Hari Om Narayana. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Rama Rama, 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 Rama There is the drink of nectar for the yogis who rest in samadhi. What is the use of beverages? Hey Somya, hey Somya, hey Somya, hey Somya. For him who has realized the self, who sees the world within himself, how can there be desire? Hey Somya, hey Somya, hey Somya, hey Somya. There is no bliss like that of the soul, there is no light like that of self, therefore know your own self. Hey Somya, hey Somya, hey Somya, hey Somya. Serve untiringly, serve selflessly, aspire fervently, pray devotedly. Hey Somya, hey Somya, hey Somya, hey Somya. Live truthfully, remain cheerfully, rejoice heartily, rest peacefully. Hey Somya, hey Somya, hey Somya, hey Somya. Introspect regularly, reflect ceaselessly, meditate intensely, realize perfectly, my beloved Ram, my beloved Ram, my beloved Ram, my beloved Ram. This was Song of Nectar.
Anybody wants to sing? It is just informal satsang. Yeah. Yes.
Rama 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 Rama
Blessed divinities,
I see.
ask.
This is the mother. Matri-kripahi kevalam means Mother's grace is sufficient. You don't need anything else. Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam. That's it. Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam.
Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam.
Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam.
Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam.
Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam.
Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam.
Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam.
Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam.
Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam.
Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam.
Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam.
Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam.
Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam.
Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam.
Matri-kripahi kevalam.
Matri-kripahi kevalam. Matri-kripahi kevalam.
Jaya Shri Durga, Jaya Shri Durga, Jaya Shri Durga, Pahimam, Shri Shri Durga, Shri Shri Durga, Shri Shri Durga, Rakshamam.
Jai Shri Durga, Jai Shri Durga, Jai Shri Durga, Pahimam, Shri Shri Durga, Shri Shri Durga, Shri Shri Durga, Rakshamam.
Jaya Shri Durga, Jaya Shri Durga, Jaya Shri Durga, Pahimam, Shri Shri Durga, Shri Shri Durga, Shri Shri Durga, Rakshamam.
Jai Shri Durga, Jai Shri Durga, Jai Shri Durga, Pahimam, Shri Shri Durga, Shri Shri Durga, Shri Shri Durga, Rakshamam.
Jaya Shri Lakshmi, Jaya Shri Lakshmi, Jaya Shri Lakshmi, Pahimam, Shri Shri Lakshmi, Shri Shri Lakshmi, Shri Shri Lakshmi, Rakshamam.
Jai Shri Lakshmi, Jai Shri Lakshmi, Jai Shri Lakshmi, Pahimam, Shri Shri Lakshmi, Shri Shri Lakshmi, Shri Shri Lakshmi, Rakshamam.
Jaya Shri Lakshmi, Jaya Shri Lakshmi, Jaya Shri Lakshmi, Pahimam, Jaya Shri Lakshmi, Jaya Shri Lakshmi, Jaya Shri Lakshmi, Rakshamam.
Jai Shri Lakshmi, Jai Shri Lakshmi, Jai Shri Lakshmi, Pahimam, Jai Shri Lakshmi, Jai Shri Lakshmi, Jai Shri Lakshmi, Rakshamam.
Jaya Shri Lakshmi, Jaya Shri Lakshmi, Jaya Shri Lakshmi, Pahimam, Shri Shri Lakshmi, Shri Shri Lakshmi, Shri Shri Lakshmi, Rakshamam.
Jai Shri Lakshmi, Jai Shri Lakshmi, Jai Shri Lakshmi, Pahimam, Shri Shri Lakshmi, Shri Shri Lakshmi, Shri Shri Lakshmi, Rakshamam.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Pahimam, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Rakshamam.
Jai Saraswati, Shri Saraswati Rakshamam.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati Pahimam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati Rakshamam.
Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati Pahimam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati Rakshamam.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati Pahimam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati Rakshamam.
Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati Pahimam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati Rakshamam.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati Pahimam.
Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati Pahimam.
Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati Rakshamam.
Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati Rakshamam.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati Pahimam.
Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati Pahimam.
Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati Rakshamam.
Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati Rakshamam.
Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om. Om Shakti, Om Shakti,
Om Shakti, Om. Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om. Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om. Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om.
Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om. Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om.
Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om. Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om.
Anybody else? You will not get another chance when Swamiji comes. Pauline has one. She goes.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Mahadeva, Rama Radhava, Rama Radhava, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Mahadeva, Rama Radhava, Rama Radhava, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Mahadeva, Rama Radhava, Rama Radhava, Rama Rama, Hare
Keshava Mahadeva Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Mahadeva, Rama Radhava, Rama Radhava, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Mahadeva Rama Radhava Rama Radhava Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Mahadeva, Rama Radhava, Rama Radhava, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Mahadeva Rama Radhava Rama Radhava Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Anybody else?
Om Namah Shivaya 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 Om Namah Shivaya
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah
Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya, Om 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 Namah Shivaya.
Salutations to the inner light. Salutations to the light of the Supreme Atman. Salutations to the infinite light. Salutations to the light of my life. Salutations to the indweller of all. Salutations and glory to the Divine Guru, who leads one to the truth.
Blessed divinities, I offer my salutations and worship to the Divine Mother, who indwells in every one of you gathered here. I offer this as a flower offering unto her feet. I am not here before you as a teacher that I have something to give you. No. Suppose if some of you go upon a vacation to Europe, if you visit Cologne, they take you to visit a firm which manufactures fragrance and lot of deodorants. And the factory is so huge, you have to spend an hour or two. And when you come out of the firm, you also smell of deodorant, fragrance. I remember in South India, we have a huge temple, and every day they have a traditional worship which will last 3 to 4 hours. And one person is constantly engaged to make a sandal paste. His only work is every day to grind enough quantity of sandal. So during the worship, the entire sandal paste is plastered over the deities. By mere coming into contact with sandal paste, the person also smells like a sandal. Likewise, the only difference between you and myself, I am also a seeker like you, but this much of difference is there. I have had the good fortune to sit at the feet of my grand worshipful master, Swami Shivananda Maharaj of great memory. Also, for the past 37 years, I have been living and serving Swami Chidananda Maharaj during these past 37 years. And during his talk, whatever he uttered, consciously, unconsciously, my mind might have retained. So I would like to share those thoughts in the spirit of sharing. Seekers in the spiritual path have spent their lives in seclusion, performing great austerities, sadhana, and attain God realization or perfection. Having attained God realization, they broadcast to the world the light of their experience. They addressed mankind. O man, you have not come here in this world to weep, to wail, or suffer and sorrow. You are here to transcend all your limitations. You are here to attain supreme happiness. How to attain this supreme happiness? By attaining the higher knowledge, the divine knowledge. And they emphatically declared this is the purpose or the aim of life. And this goal is as real as having an apple on your palm. You have just to raise your hand and eat it, it is there. It is not necessary for us that to go back to the backyards, dig the pit, plant the sapling, and wait for the tree to grow and bear fruits. All this hard labor our ancients have done for us and placed this fruit in our hand to eat it. In order to attain this, we have to acquire mumukshutva, or love for the divine, yearning for God. Well, you may ask, how to have such a love for God? Suppose if you analyze yourself, how much love you have got for the things that we have to leave one day. We have love for our homes, we have love for our family, we have love for bank balance, we have love for cars, we have so much love for the things one day when we depart, they also depart from us. And Holy Master often said, I remember once there was a beautiful conversation, a dialogue between a group of visitors and Holy Master. Some visitors once, they came to Holy Masters and Gurudev was very, very particular to attend his morning office. His office was like a satsang. He would come early in the morning. He begins the office with the morning prayer and chantings. And at the same time, he used to see all the mails that came to him. And sometimes in between, visitors asked questions. And I remember one party from Bengal, they had come, and during the conversation he asked, well, Master, you have renounced your life and you devoted your entire life for the practice of meditation, and it is easy for you to remember God all the time. We, moiling and toiling in the world, in the workaday world, work very hard. How can you expect us to think the divine? We have got so many problems. And the Holy Master said, tell me, friend, how many problems we have? Say, suppose we have got 24 problems, add one more problem to it. And what is that problem? That problem is to think of the divine. By adding this one problem, all the others' problem will be taken care of. That is what Gurudev has said to him. So in this world, there are so many people of different temperaments, different tastes. Just to suit them, also our ancients formulated several types of yogas. Those who are mystic and meditative type take to the path of Raj Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga as expounded by great sage Patanjali Maharshi. And those people who are emotional, who like to sing the divine name, who want to remember God through japa, to remember God through the chanting of the divine name, and they draw inspiration from reading Holy Master's books of sages and saints. People of such temperament take to the path of Bhakti Yoga as expounded by Narada and Chandilya in their Yoga Sutras. But a small microscopic minority, they have a wonderful, very sharp intellect. They would be able to understand the subtle meaning which the Yoga Vedantic texts contain. They love seclusion, they do vichara, manana, discrimination between the real and the unreal. People of such type follow the path of Vedanta or the Vichara Marga. But the vast majority of people in the world are very, very active. They cannot keep quiet even for a fraction of a second. So they have got a great desire to serve the society, to live in the society. They want to become spokesmen. People of such temperament take to the path of Karma Yoga as expounded by Lord Sri Krishna in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which Swamiji Maharaj is expounding every day. Whatever the path we follow, we should follow the path of Shreyas. The path of Shreyas is the path of light. It is the path beset with a lot of difficulties. It is not very easy to follow this path. We have to swallow this path like a bitter quinine medicine. And we have to withdraw our senses from the worldly objects. We have to exercise self-control. But ultimately, this path will bestow upon us everlasting happiness. We should avoid the path of prayers. The path of prayers is the path of aviveka, the path of darkness. It is very easy to cultivate this path. It is very, very tempting. Once we get caught in this path, it is very, very difficult for us to extricate ourselves from this path. Therefore, we have to be very, very careful. There is a beautiful distinction given between these two paths in the Kathopanishads. Perhaps you all must have studied Kathopanishads. There the name occurs. His name was Nachiketas. He was a bright, young boy with full of Vedantic wisdom. His father was a very great king. He wanted to conduct a very big sacrifice in order to reap spiritual merits. And he had invited sages, 4 people, for a great sacrifice. In those days, sacrifice means is just like a present day. The government sponsors exhibitions. So they undertake on a very, very large scale. So he conducted, and in such sacrifices, they give a lot of charities to people. And this king was little miserly. He had collected all the old cows and all unwanted things and started giving in charity. His son, he saw, alas, what is this my father is doing? Give away all worthless things to the people. He will not get a merit, he will not acquire any merit by giving such things as a charity. So he wanted to draw the attention of his father. Then he asked, Father, to whom are you going to give me as a charity? The father looked at him and kept silent. Second time he asked, he was annoyed with him. And the third time when he asked, he said angrily, I will give you to death. The boy understood. He threw the yogic technique. He left the body. The scripture says he went to the abode of Yama, the god of justice. Yama was not there. He had gone somewhere. When he returned, he saw the boy, and he knew that the boy had waited for 3 days, and he apologized for not being there. So he wanted to somehow make it, and he asked the boy, well, my friend, you have been here for the last 3 days, so I wanted to give you 3 bones. Please choose all the 3 bones. So Nachiketas first asked, well, master, when I return, let my father receive me with great love. Let him forget his anger. He said, be it so. And the second, my father wanted to acquire merit by conducting a big sacrifice. Please bless him with the merit. Yama said, yes, be it so. And when he asked the third question, people say when we depart this world, we go to some other region, some celestial worlds. I want to know the secret. Yama said, I cannot give you this because still you are a very young boy. You have to experience, you have to undergo a lot of experiences. After several years only you acquire it. I cannot give you. But the boy very persistent. No, I want this. Then Yama said, all right, you see, I will make you an emperor of the vast empire, and I will bestow upon you longevity. You can live for 10,000 years. Not a hair will grow and turn into grey. All this I will bestow you. Please do not ask this. But the boy, he said no, rejected everything. I want only this knowledge. So ultimately, Yama had to yield. He bestowed the boy with the divine knowledge. Therefore, we all should be like Nachiketas. And we have such a wonderful master. It's a rare opportunity. Though I have been living with the Swamiji Maharaj, every day my love and devotion increases by leaps and bounds. Normally people say familiarity breeds contempt. It is not the case. So I have known Swamiji all these years, and tomorrow is 24th, his birthday, which we all celebrate in India. Then I shall tell something about Swamiji and our life in the ashram, how he came in contact with Holy Master Swami Shivananda, and what is the daily routine when I went to ashram. All this tomorrow I shall tell you during satsang. So now let us have little meditation, and then we will do Arati. Then I will read from Deva Mahatmya for 5 minutes, then we shall conclude. And tomorrow we will have morning meditation class from 6 to 7 a.m. From 9:30 to 11 a.m. we have the reading from Bhagavad Gita. Om Sarvamangala Mangalye Shive Sarvatra Sadhike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayane Namaste Sastisthite Vinashanam Shakti Bhote Sanatane Gunashte Gunamaye Narayane Namaste Sharanagata Dinartha Paritrana Parayane Sarvasyapti Hare Devi Narayane Namaste Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vishnumāyete Samsthitam Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Cetostosya Samhita Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Buddhirupena Samsthitam Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Nitrarupena Samsthitam Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kshitarupena Samstha Namastasmai Namastasmai Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Chayarupena Samstha Namastasmai Namastasmai Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shaktirupena Samstha Namastasmai Namastasmai Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Krishnarupena Samstha Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kshantirupena Samstha Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Jatirupena Samstha Namastasmai Namastasmai Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lajjarupena Samstha Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shantirupena Samstha Namastasmai Namastasmai Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shraddharupena Samstha Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kantirupena Samstha Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Lakshmirupena Samstha Namastasmai Namastasmai Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vrittirupena Samstha Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Smritirupena Samstha Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Dayarupena Samstha Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Krishnarupena Samstha Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Matarupena Samstha Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kshantirupena Samstha Namastasmai 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 Namo Namaha Om Bhagavan Vishnu Ki
सबके प्राणपति किस विध मिलो दयामय किस विध मिलो दया तुमको में गुमति ओम जय जगदीश हरे दीन बंधु दुखहरता तुम रक्षक मेरे स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे करुणा हस्त बढ़ाओ करुणा हस्त बढ़ाओ शरण पड़ा तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश की आरती जो कोई नित गावे स्वामी जो कोई नित गावे कहत शिवानंद स्वामी कहत शिवानंद स्वामी अनुवांछित फल पावे ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संग भक्त जनों के संग जननी दुख हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे विचल विकार स्वामी को बहनोगे जय को भक्ति बनाओ जय को भक्ति बनाओ अंतमनी से ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के भजनों के ओम जय जगदीश You say Brahmana.
Four prasad.
Om Brahmanam 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 Brahmayavateya Gantavyam Brahmakama Samadhina Harihi Om Tatsat Brahma Sakadru Maharaj Ki Jai Shambhala Maya Ki Jai